Tonight, we report on the Moses Lake School District hiring a convicted felon and why Soap Lake may charge people for false burglary alarms. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Well, Amber, the River Dogs kick off Babe Ruth World Series play in Klamath Falls, and the Apple Sox close out their season in Yakima. Let's take a quick peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Hello everyone, I'm Tassalyn Rodriguez. There is a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. However, conditions will be improving. We're expecting temperatures above the normal. I'll have more details for you in just a bit.
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
The Moses Lake School District claims a convicted felon suspected of stealing school property gave his name incorrectly during his background check, delaying the results. Human Resources Director Patty Lowry is working on the school district case of Al-Karim Shadid, a 45-year-old Moses Lake man accused of stealing property for months. Shadid was arrested for theft in the second degree. He told school district officials of his sentence for a 1994 robbery to life in prison under the state's 3 strikes law. According to the state, he tried to steal a man's wallet in Seattle. In 2011, Shadid was granted clemency and released from prison after 17 years. Lowry told iFIBER 1 News Shadid allegedly switched his first and last name during the fingerprinting process for a background check. He was hired as a substitute custodian in April of 2012 before the school district received the report. Lowry said the maintenance manager at the time decided to give him a chance and keep him on board after receiving the report. Under state law, a person is not disqualified from employment from a school district because of a prior felony conviction unless a person has pleaded guilty or been convicted of a crime against children and will have regularly scheduled unsupervised access to children. School District Superintendent Michelle Price said Shadid was not considered an unsupervised employee and was not alone with students as part of his job. Grant County Superior Court Judge Evan Spurline is retiring, and county officials recently celebrated his more than 30-year career serving as a judge. Reporter Cameron Probert has the story.
Grant County Superior Court Judge Evan Spurline ended a more than 30-year career as a judge on Friday. Spurline officially isn't retiring until the end of the month, but plans to use his remaining vacation time before leaving the office. The retiring judge is the longest tenured judge serving in the Washington court system. He served on the State Superior Court Judges Association, worked on the Supreme Court Pattern Jury Instructions Committee, the state's Board of Judicial Administration, and as presiding judge of the Grant County Superior Court during his career. Officials from Grant and other counties gathered Friday to celebrate the end of Spurline's career. The judge stated he was grateful for his colleagues across the state, the other Grant County court judges, court commissioners, county clerks, court staff, law enforcement officers, county commissioners, and jurors that he served. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
Big Bend Community College has a new vice president for finance and administration. Linda Schoonmaker succeeds Gail Hamburg, who retired in June after 16 years in the position. Schoonmaker joins Big Bend after being the vice president for finance and administration at Clover Park Technical College near Tacoma. She previously worked as an administrative services manager for the Washington State Department of Social and Health Services and is a certified public accountant. One of Schoonmaker's responsibility is to ensure the Professional Technical Education Center project moves forward. Big Bend is first on the 2-year college system's capital projects list to receive pre-designed money for a $35 million building, the largest capital project in the school's history. Ephrata does not plan to ask for another tax increase until 2017. City Administrator Wes Crago suggested delaying the third part of a 4-part set of tax increases proposed by the Community Priorities team. The suggestion came as part of a meeting on the 2016 budget. The team presented the plan in 2013, suggesting the city send 4 tax increases to voters to pay for more police, fire equipment, road and park improvements. Voters approved the first increase to hire 2 more officers at a police captain's position and allow the city to join the interagency narcotics enforcement team again. A second increase is on the ballot in November. The money is expected to pay for a bond to purchase a fire engine, ambulance, and new oxygen tanks. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.
My name is Kat Sanderson, Managing Broker for Pillar Rock Realty Group. We love the Columbia Basin because it's our home, and we want to give back to our community by kicking off our Pay It Forward campaign. If you buy or list with us, we will donate 1% of our total proceeds to a local charity of your choice and in your name. Call us today at 754-4444 or visit pillarrockrealty.com because we are your local real estate experts.
Now for your iFIBER 1 News Weather Center forecast.
Hi everyone, I'm Chaselyn Rodriguez bringing you your local weather. This weather segment is brought to you by Barry Mortars, one great place to buy and service a car. Hot weather will return for most of the work week. We're expecting temperatures above the normal, hitting that 100-degree mark. There is a slight chance of rain and thunderstorms, mainly through the higher elevations overnight. A cold front will push through on Thursday, bringing us cooler temperatures by Friday. Let's take a look at the almanac within the past 24 hours. We start off the morning with temperatures around the normal for this time of year in the lower 60s, maximum temperatures above the normal in the lower 90s. Definitely not as warm as that record high of 107 degrees, and that was in 1971. And for Moses Lake, very similar conditions, maximum temperatures in the lower 90s, very close to the average for this time of year. And we started off the morning in the lower 60s. That sun setting at 8:17 p.m. And right now, outside your door, our current temperatures in the lower 90s with mostly cloudy skies, winds pushing through pretty calmly from the east-southeast. Some precipitation towards the higher elevations. However, conditions will be improving by Tuesday, and especially towards our Columbia Basin. We're expecting drier conditions with mostly sunny skies and temperatures above the normal for this time of year. There is a slight chance of some precipitation along the inland northwest. However, it's very minor. We're expecting dry conditions within the next few days, and then a cold front will push through the area by Thursday. We're expecting cooler temperatures by Friday, below the normal. In the meantime, temperatures way above the normal for this time of year along our Columbia Basin towards the Tri-Cities as well as towards the inland northwest. Temperatures in the upper 90s, and towards the coastal area, cooler temperatures with mostly cloudy skies, some cloud cover along western parts of our region, and towards Royal City in the lower around 100-degree mark, and towards Moses Lake as well around that 100-degree mark. In the upper 90s towards Bridgeport with mostly cloudy skies. Let's take a look at the extended forecast for the week. Temperatures above the normal for this time of year, Tuesday into Thursday. We're expecting those temperatures to hit that 3-digit mark, 100 degrees for Tuesday with mostly sunny skies and lots of sunshine for the second half of the work week, over 100 degrees, and then a slight decrease by Thursday. However, those temperatures remain above the normal in the mid-90s. Now coming through on Fridays, when that cold front will push through, bringing us drier and a cooler air mass. Those temperatures in the lower 80s, below the normal for this time of year, and then a gradual increase in temperatures returning to the mid-80s and the lower 90s by Sunday. Thank you all for joining us.
To save some energy, I've used Einstein's mass energy equivalents to design the haptic suits you see in front of you. They will maintain our core body temperature while we completely turn off our heat and air conditioning. With the money we save on our Grant PD bill, I'll be expecting that trip to Disneyland this year.
You don't need to be a super genius to save energy and money. Visit grantpud.org to learn how.
The River Dogs opened Senior Babe Ruth World Series action with a 4-2 comeback win over Fairfax, Virginia, Sunday afternoon. Hunter Boyd led the charge for the Dogs on the hill and at the plate. He tossed 7 innings of 2-run ball, giving up 9 hits and fanning 4. Boyd was 3 for 3 at the dish with a double and 2 RBI. 3 consecutive singles and a fielder's choice put Fairfax up 2-0 in the top of the first. An RBI single by Boyd and a sac fly from Caden Murphy evened the score in the home half of the second. Cameron Walker's RBI double brought Tristan Parton in from second in the bottom of the third to give the Dogs the lead. The River Dogs and Boyd blanked the Southeast representative over the final 4 innings while adding an insurance run in the 6th to seal the deal. Walker gets the nod for the River Dogs in round 2 today when they match up with Williamsport, who beat heavily favored Cape Cod. The Apple Sox dropped 2 out of 3 ball games to the Pippins in Yakima over the weekend to close out the 2015 season. Wenatchee opened the series with a 9-2 loss Friday and then bounced back to even it with a 2-1 win Saturday. The Apple Sox rallied late on Sunday but dropped a 4-3 contest to finish 3rd in the West Coast League's East Division. Keston Hiura, his bat continued to sizzle for the Sox as he hit .300 for the series with 3 triples. Hiura finished 3rd in the league with a .356 average. He pounded out 68 hits in 191 at-bats with 21 doubles, 6 triples, 6 home runs, and 42 RBI. Well, the Mariners won their 2nd series in a row, taking down the Rangers 4-2 on Sunday. With a tired bullpen, the M's needed King Felix to go deep into the ball game. Hernandez struggled out of the gate, giving up 2 earned runs in the first 3 innings. Jesus Montero gave the Mariners the lead in the 4th, launching a 2-run blast over the left field fence. Nelson Cruz followed that up with a solo shot to deep left field in the 6th. It was Nelson's 33rd homer of the season, tying him with Mike Trout for the most in the American League. Cruz now holds the longest active hitting streak in the majors at 19. He has an extra base hit in 9 straight games, which is also the longest streak in the league. After a rocky start, Felix turned things around, going 7 innings with 5 strikeouts, picking up his 14th win of the season. The Mariners open up a 3-game home series tonight with the Baltimore Orioles. We'll be back after this short break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the Boys and Girls Club Rubber Duck Regatta held at a new location this year. Reporter Joe Utter was there and has the story.
One giant duck and thousands of small ducks hit Moses Lake Saturday afternoon for the Boys and Girls Club of the Columbia Basin's annual Rubber Duck Derby. This is the club's 4th year holding the fundraiser event, but unlike previous years, the ducks weren't floating around the lazy river at the Surf and Slide water park. Rochelle Beresford, the club's director of resource development, said organizers decided to expand the event this year and release the ducks in Moses Lake. While people awaited to see how their ducks would finish, activities were set up along the shore at Cascade Park, including face painting, a bouncy house, games, and prizes for the kids.
We've expanded a little bit with it and have brought it to the park to bring out some more vendors, different organizations, as you can tell kind of behind me, get their word out as much as we want to get our word out about our organization, and of course have it kid-friendly, and we kind of mix it up a little bit with bringing it to the lake itself. But yeah, so 4 years, but this is the first year that we've kind of branched out and brought it to the park.
Being able to get more than 3,000 ducks to go where you want them to go brought new challenges this year.
Absolutely. So they have come up with a course of their own. Our Brant, our executive director, and then a few of our board members, they have come up with this concoction of how to set up the course for the ducks, and basically how to get them to funnel in and up to us so that we can find out, the winners and everything like that, get them going, figure out who won the grand prize.
More than 50 prizes, which were donated for the event, were up for grabs for the top finishers, including a grand prize of $1,500, which went to the employees at the company BBSI. Beresford said between $12,000 and $15,000 were expected to be raised. Donations from events like the Duck Derby help the Boys and Girls Club continue to grow.
It's what helps drive our programs and our activity costs, be able to offer all the things that we do for the kids and continue to grow and offer that much more for them and their families.
The Boys and Girls Club opens their new facility on September 18th in time for the next school year. The $3 million project allows the club to expand and offer more activities for children. People wanting to donate to the Boys and Girls Club of the Columbia Basin can visit the club's website at www.bngclub.org. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
Quincy Foods, LLC, a subsidiary of Norpac Foods, is seeking motivated individuals to fill the positions of general laborer for their corn harvest season. They have full-time seasonal openings, must be 18 years old and older, willing to work swing shift. Great people to work for in a challenging food processing environment. Apply at 222 Columbia Way in Quincy between 8 and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, or online through WorkSource. Quincy Foods is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back. Another $5,000 is needed to help support the future farmers of America and 4-H clubs of Ephrata and Soap Lake. The Ephrata Soap Lake Agriculture Booster Club seeks financial donations to support kids' efforts to raise livestock for the Grant County Fair. Booster volunteer Libby Anderson said they are grateful for ongoing donors each year, but as the number of students increase, they need additional support. There are 610 kids actively participating in 4-H this year. Donations to the Ag Booster Club may be made by contacting the Ephrata Chamber of Commerce at 509-754-4656 or by mail to the Ephrata Soap Lake Youth Ag Boosters, P.O. Box 275, Ephrata, Washington, 98823. A false burglar alarm could cost Soap Lake residents money. The city is discussing an ordinance to charge a property owner for false alarms requiring a police response. The council declined to take a vote until City Attorney Catherine Kennison reviews the proposed ordinance. The proposed ordinance would not charge a homeowner for a first false alarm, but $150 would be charged for a second police response within 3 months. A $500 fee would be charged for a third response within 3 months. A false alarm would be defined as activation of any alarm by mechanical failure, improper installation, lack of maintenance, or negligence by owner or lessee or of a property. A woman allegedly chased another woman with a knife and threatened to kill her in Moses Lake. The victim told police 47-year-old Paula Jean Tyus allegedly got out of a car on North Stratford Road early Thursday morning, pulled out a knife and chased her, threatening to kill the victim. According to Moses Lake Police, Tyus reportedly got back in a car and left. The car was stopped by police and she reportedly admitted to getting out of the car but denied chasing the woman and pulling out a knife. The suspect allegedly gave police a knife she had in her purse. The driver of the car told police she stopped the car so Tyus could get out. The driver reportedly circled back around, and when Tyus got back in the car, she told the driver, "Drive, cops are coming." Tyus was arrested for attempted assault in the first degree, intimidating a witness, and felony harassment. The victim claims Tyus holds her responsible for Tyus' son going to jail in May. Her 16-year-old son allegedly stabbed a 17-year-old male in the back outside a Moses Lake motel on May 28th and was arrested for assault in the first degree. In Northwest news, James Holmes will spend the rest of his life in prison. A jury said it was unable to come to a unanimous decision on the fate of the convicted Colorado theater shooter, and because of that, Holmes will stay behind bars. without the possibility of parole.
After almost 7 hours of deliberations, the judge announced the jury's decision on whether James Holmes should live or die.
We, the jury, do not have a unanimous final sentencing verdict on this count.
Holmes was present as the decision was announced. Last month, the jury convicted him on 24 counts of first-degree murder, 2 for each of the 12 people killed when he opened fire at a 2012 screening of The Dark Knight Rises. And on all 24 of those counts, the jury said it could not come to a unanimous decision.
We, the jury, understand that as a result, the court will impose a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole.
Before reaching Friday's verdict, the jury asked to see a grisly 45-minute video detailing the crime scene. The judge granted their request the same day the verdict was announced. Several family members of the victims were upset by the sentence.
Our lives are forever altered. And the thought that this monster gets to have visitation with his parents and gets to receive mail and pictures of his very strange girlfriends is very hard to accept.
Holmes' defense lawyer argued he was insane when he threw a tear gas canister into the theater and let loose a hail of bullets from 3 guns. In addition to the 12 who died, 70 other people were wounded. I'm Mary Muller reporting.
That's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.